Hey everyone, and welcome back to Love Hackers. We're your daily dose of dating advice. I'm Alex Carter,
And I'm Sophie Tanaka.
and today we're diving deep
Beep.
into a topic we get asked about a lot: the challenges men face in the online dating world.
It's no secret that online dating can
Yeah.
feel like a different playing field for guys.
Definitely.
And to really understand why, we need to look at some of the underlying dynamics at play.
Okay, let's unpack this. Where do we even begin?
One of the biggest factors
Mhm.
is the sheer gender imbalance on most dating apps.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that on a popular app like Tinder?
Like Tinder?
Yeah, the ratio of men to women
Men to women.
is about 4-to-1.
4-to-1.
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
pretty significant difference.
Right.
What does that kind of imbalance
Well,
mean for guys trying to find a match?
It creates an incredibly competitive environment.
Oh, wow.
Imagine walking into a room where there are 4 guys vying for the attention of every single woman.
Oh, gosh.
That's essentially the dynamic on many dating apps.
I see.
It means women have a lot more choices, and that can impact their behavior.
So how does this spoiled for choice situation
Yeah.
play out in the online dating world?
Think about it this way.
Yeah.
If you're constantly bombarded with messages and matches,
Right?
you're naturally going to become more selective.
You would?
You're going to have higher expectations.
Yeah.
And might be quicker to dismiss profiles that don't immediately grab your attention.
That makes sense. It's like trying to stand out in a crowded marketplace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this brings us to another important factor.
Okay.
The role of physical attractiveness.
Mm.
In a competitive landscape, looks matter.
Okay.
Especially in those first few seconds when someone is scrolling through profiles.
So are you saying that guys need to look like a model?
No.
Yeah.
To have any chance at success with online dating.
Okay.
Because that's going to discourage a lot of people. Not at all. While looks are definitely important,
Right.
they're not the only factor.
So there's hope.
Think of it this way. A great photo gets your foot in the door, but it's your personality
Okay.
and your ability to connect through conversation that will really seal the deal.
Okay. So it's a combination of visual appeal and, what did you call it? Text game.
Exactly.
Manipulating, huh?
Text game is all about how you communicate through messages. It's about being engaging, witty, showing your personality,
Right.
and making a connection that goes beyond just physical attraction.
I like it. So even if you don't have the most striking photos,
Right.
a strong text game can still make you a contender.
Absolutely.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Any tips for upping your text game?
A genuine smile in your pictures helps, and connecting through something like shared music tastes via Spotify,
Spotify?
yeah, can also be surprisingly effective.
Wow.
So once you've matched with someone, your ability to hold a conversation
Yeah.
and create a spark is what will determine if there's a second date.
Got it. So we've got the visual aspect and the art of conversation.
Right.
What other factors should guys keep in mind when navigating the online dating world?
Timing.
Timing.
Knowing when to be active on dating apps
Oh, interesting.
can actually make a difference.
Hmm.
For example, did you know that 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
is prime time for dating app activity?
Really? So if you're trying to maximize your chances of getting noticed, evenings are the way to go.
It seems so, and particularly on Sundays and Mondays.
Sundays and Mondays.
People are either winding down after the weekend
Oh, yeah.
or maybe feeling a bit lonely at the start of a new week.
I could see that.
So they're more likely to be swiping and messaging during those times.
Interesting. It's almost like a strategic game,
Yeah.
figuring out the best times to cast your line, so to speak.
That's a great analogy.
Yep.
It's about being strategic and understanding the patterns of online dating behavior.
All right, so we've talked about the competitive landscape, the importance of visuals and text game,
Right.
and even the strategic timing of when to be online.
Yep.
But let's be real. Online dating can also be a source of frustration.
Oh, for
What about things like ghosting, flakiness, and just plain rude behavior? How do you deal with that?
That's a great question, and it's something that unfortunately a lot of people experience with online dating.
Yeah.
The key is to remember
Okay.
that you can't take it personally.
Easier said than done, right? It can feel like a personal rejection when someone ghosts you or doesn't respond to your messages.
I understand that, but you have to remember that it's a numbers game.
Numbers game.
You're going to encounter people who aren't a good fit,
Right.
who have different communication styles, or who might just be going through their own stuff.
So don't dwell on the negative experiences.
Exactly. Focus on the positive interactions, the good conversations, the shared laughter, the moments of connection.
So celebrate the small wins and try not to let the inevitable disappointments get you down.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
It's all about maintaining a healthy perspective and remembering that online dating is a journey, not a destination.
Okay, that's a good reminder. But for those who are looking for something serious, can online dating actually lead to a lasting relationship?
It absolutely can.
Really?
In fact, online dating is the second most popular way people find serious relationships, right behind meeting through friends.
Wow, really? I didn't realize it was that common.
It is, and studies have shown that at least 20% of committed relationships
20%.
began online.
Wow.
That's 1 in 5 couples.
1 in 5. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
So even with all the challenges we've talked about, online dating can still be a viable path to finding lasting love.
Absolutely. It's a
Okay.
tool, and like any tool, it's
Yeah.
about using it effectively and approaching it with the right mindset.
So don't give up hope, guys.
Yeah,
Online dating can be tough, but it can also lead to some incredible connections.
absolutely.
We'll be right back after a quick break with more insights and advice to help you navigate the online dating world.
Sounds good.
See you after the break.
Welcome back to Love Hackers. We're continuing our deep dive into the world of online dating for men,
Okay.
exploring the challenges and the strategies
Right.
that can lead to success.
Before the break, we were talking about how important it is to maintain a positive outlook
Right.
and not get bogged down by the negative experiences that can sometimes come with online dating.
Exactly. It's easy to get discouraged, especially when you're putting yourself out there and not seeing the results you're hoping for.
So what's the secret to staying motivated
Mm.
and keeping that spark of hope alive?
It's about shifting your perspective
Okay.
and remembering that online dating is a process,
A process.
not a sprint. It's about exploration, connection, and learning more about yourself and what you're looking for in a partner.
It sounds like you're saying it's not just about finding the one immediately,
Right. It's about embracing the journey
the journey.
and recognizing that there will be ups and downs along the way.
Okay.
There will be matches that fizzle out, conversations that don't lead anywhere, and maybe even a few awkward encounters.
But those experiences are all part of the process.
They are. And the key is to learn from them, adjust your approach if needed,
Okay.
and keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Remember every interaction,
Right.
whether it's a great conversation or a less than ideal date, is an opportunity to grow and refine your understanding of what you're looking for in a partner.
I like that, viewing it as a learning experience rather than a series of successes or failures.
Exactly. It's about taking the pressure off yourself to find the one right away and instead focusing on connecting with interesting people and seeing where things lead.
So how do you recommend navigating that delicate balance between staying open to possibilities while also being discerning about who you invest your time and energy in?
That's where intuition comes in.
Intuition.
Pay attention to how you feel when you're interacting with someone online. Do you feel a genuine connection? Are you excited to chat with them? Do their values and interests align with yours?
So it's about tuning into those gut feelings and not just going through the motions of swiping and messaging.
Exactly. Online dating can sometimes feel a bit mechanical, but it's important to remember that there are real people on the other side of those profiles.
And real connections can be made,
Yes.
even through a screen.
Absolutely. And sometimes those connections can blossom into something truly special.
Okay.
Remember we talked about how online dating is the second most popular way people find serious relationships?
Yes, that was a surprising statistic.
It is.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the fact that online dating,
Okay.
despite its challenges,
Right.
can be a powerful tool for finding lasting love.
So for those who are feeling discouraged or skeptical, it's worth remembering that there are countless success stories out there.
There are.
Yeah.
And those success stories often begin with someone taking a chance, putting themselves out there, and being open to the possibility of finding love in unexpected places,
Even on a dating app.
even on a dating app. And one of the most important things you can do to increase your chances of success is to be authentically yourself.
We talked about that earlier,
Yeah.
the idea of text game and showcasing your personality.
Right. But it goes beyond just being witty or charming in your messages.
Okay.
It's about letting your true self shine through in your profile, in your photos, and in your interactions.
So no more generic profiles or trying to be someone you're not.
Exactly. Be honest about your interests, your passions, and even your quirks.
Good.
Embrace what makes you unique, because those are the things that will attract someone who truly appreciates you for who you are.
So vulnerability is actually a strength in the online dating world.
It is. It shows that you're comfortable in your own skin and that you're not afraid to be real.
Okay.
And that can be incredibly attractive to potential partners.
That's a great message to leave our listeners with. Welcome back to Love Hackers. We've been having a really interesting conversation about all the ins and outs of online dating for men.
It's a fascinating topic,
Yeah.
and one that's often misunderstood.
For sure.
There are so many nuances
Right.
to navigating the online dating world, and we've only just scratched the surface today.
Before the break, we were talking about the power of authenticity
Yes.
and how important it is to let your true self shine through in your online dating profile.
It's something I can't emphasize enough.
Okay.
Think of your profile as your first impression.
Right.
It's a chance to showcase your personality, your interests, and what makes you unique.
So ditch the generic descriptions.
Definitely.
Right.
Instead, focus on what makes you you.
Ew.
What are your passions? What are your quirks? What stories would you tell a friend over coffee? Let those details come through in your profile.
It's about creating a connection that goes beyond just physical attraction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to attract someone who's interested in getting to know the real you,
Right.
not some idealized version.
Yeah.
And that starts with being genuine and letting your personality shine through.
So what are some practical tips for creating a profile that truly reflects who you are?
Well, first of all, choose photos that represent your everyday life and interests.
Got it.
If you love hiking, include a photo of you on a trail. If you're a musician, showcase your instrument. Let your photos tell a story about who you are and what you love.
That's a great tip. It's about showing, not just telling.
Exactly. And when it comes to the written part of your profile, be specific.
Okay.
Instead of saying, I love to travel,
Yeah.
share a recent travel experience
Mhm.
or a destination that's on your bucket list. Instead of saying, I'm a foodie, mention a favorite dish or a restaurant you love.
So it's about adding those personal touches that make you stand out from the crowd.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to show a little humor or vulnerability.
Okay.
Self-deprecating humor can be very endearing.
Right.
And sharing a personal anecdote or a challenge you've overcome
Yeah.
can make you more relatable and approachable.
It's about being human. A rushed version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people are drawn to authenticity and connection. They want to see the real you,
The real you.
flaws and all.
That's such an important reminder, especially in the world of online dating, where it's easy to get caught up in presenting the perfect image.
It is. And remember, online dating is just one tool
Yeah.
in your dating toolkit.
Yeah.
It's not the only way to meet people, and it shouldn't consume your life.
So keep things in perspective, have fun with it, and don't be afraid to step away from the apps if you need a break.
Great advice. And above all, remember that you are worthy of love and connection,
Right.
regardless of how many matches you get or how many dates you go on.
That's a beautiful message to end on. Believe in yourself, be authentically you,
Yes,
and trust that the right connections will come.
I couldn't agree more. And remember, this is Love Hackers,
Yes.
your daily dose of dating advice. I'm Sophie Tanaka.
And I'm Alex Carter. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into online dating for men. If you found these tips helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. And be sure to leave a comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and dating experiences.
Thanks for joining us.
And remember, you've got this.